I drive up immediately and say, get your butt in the car. But he was a real stubborn guy. But like I said, the floor is open. If you guys have any stories to share, please do so. And share them right here because we're recording it right now, and I want to keep some of this.
All right, here we go. Don't mind me, I just ate, so if I have something on my face, just, all right. Ah, what can I say? Well, for starters, Reggie I was always Bubba to everybody. Ever since I met him, and I met everybody that we hang out with, I guess that was just one of my nicknames. Uh, and he always used to exaggerate my name, and he would always call me all types of like instead of just saying Bubba, he'll be like, "Look at the Bubba," just like all types of random stuff. Um, yeah, he was a very special person, and yeah, it's a little hard to still talk about it, but yeah. But I know we'll all miss him. We're all his friends. We're family. We spent the last 5 years together, so um, yeah, that's all I have to say. I don't know if anybody else wants to say anything. Anybody?
So I just met Reggie this year, but he uh, he definitely made a difference in my life. Just knowing him a little bit, little that I knew. The first time I met him, he called me Sandy Cheeks, and when we would go play volleyball, and that stuck. But yeah, and he would always want to go to the water, to the contaminated water. He's like, "Let's go, let's go." And everyone was like, no. And he would go by himself and he would come back and he was like, all right. Like, he wouldn't play volleyball with us, but he was, you know. But yeah, I'm going to miss him. I know we're all going to miss him. And I'm glad that I met him.
All right, how y'all doing today? Good, good. Okay. Glad to meet y'all. Hate that I met y'all through these circumstances. I work at Madeir's. I met Reggie 4 years ago. Reggie Sr. He comes all the time. Uh, my boss, Miss Carrie, she told me a story just before I got here. She was like, "It's crazy. All I could picture is little Reggie, 4 years old, Reggie Sr. coming, bringing him to to breakfast before he go to school." So she's like, all I just know, he comes and bring him to, breakfast because we serve breakfast and lunch and dinner. So she's like, he bring him before school, bring him to get his breakfast, and then he take him to school. She's like, little Reggie couldn't even use the restroom by himself. Reggie Sr. is taking him to the bathroom, So, um, but when I met him, he was so sweet. He was telling me like, yeah, I work at the gym, and I'm like, you know what? I need to go to the gym. I need to lose this weight. He was like, I got you. Just come to the gym. I said, okay. But he was a loving, caring person. This is one of the the persons that I knew that had a beautiful spirit, no matter what, just he light up a room. Like, and I've only known him for 4 years. And that wasn't like 4 years straight. It was in and out, but even in and out, I just knew, it felt like I knew him forever, so my condolences, I'm glad that I was able to meet him. Like I was glad that I was able to know who he was, and he was a good person. So thank you for letting me say that.
How's everybody doing? I'm Uncle Fred. Reggie Jr. was an angel from when he was born. He was so full of life. I loved him to death. That was my dude. About 6 months ago, I took my daughter for a checkup to the emergency. And I ended up in the hospital. So next thing I know, my kids were all there, and little Reggie was there, and everybody was looking at me, "You getting old." I said, "No, you guys are getting old." But what I remember about my nephew is he was a wonderful person. This is really hard for me. So young, so full of life, so ambitious, and he was handsome, like his uncle. I just want to remember him, what he said to me, the last thing he said to me at the hospital. He said, "Uncle, I love you so much." He said, "You got to take care of yourself." I said, "You're right." And I said, "I love you more than anything on this planet." And to know that he's with God, because I am a God-fearing person, I'm all right with that. Because he was a good person, he had a great soul, and he loved other people as well. So I just want to say, if you love someone and you have God in your life, just know one day you will see him again, but not yet. Not yet. Okay, thank you.
check 1, 2 or whatever. I just want to say thank everybody for coming out. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. I know everybody who here love Reggie. Funny when he's not funny. If you know, you know. Before I tell this crazy story about us, don't judge. Family a little crazy. So Reggie had to be, I don't know how old he was. He was like 5 or 6 years old, or maybe even 8 or 9. I don't remember. But I was babysitting. We we had a blackout at the house. Oh, Maria said, don't tell this story. Okay, maybe another story. I don't know. Reggie was just wild. My +1 to every event. If you know me, then you know Reggie coming wherever I'm at. I know all his friends. He would bring me. Maria, I really can't tell that story. It was funny. Oh, she said, yeah, okay. So Reggie was like about 8 years old. I'm babysitting. We have a blackout. So I have to take Reggie to my friend's house. So we at the bus stop. It's me, Reggie, my friend, her kids, his sister. And I used to always call Reggie my vanilla shake. I was like, oh, he's so cute, because he was just the cutest little kid, like super cute. And my cousin was like, stop playing with him like that. He really got a crush on you. I'm like, creep, I'm your cousin. We at the bus stop, and I'm Reggie like, oh, can I have a kiss? I'm like, yeah. And I go to kiss him on the cheek, and he kissed me on the lips. I'm like, what the fuck? Boy, I am your cousin. He hate that story now as an adult, obviously, but boy, Reggie was wild. He was so funny. Funny. And I just want everybody to know here tonight, like, when we think about Reggie, we never get sad, because it's like he didn't give us no sad moments. Reggie was always happy. What could I say? He made us laugh more than he ever made us cry. He was just funny, even when he wasn't funny. He was my little cousin, little brother, friend, listen to all my nonsense. Reggie, you could call Reggie for anything, even a ride. Oh yeah, one time I didn't take an edible. I'm on the side of the restaurant, and Reggie had to come pick me up. Not the little cousin picking up the big cousin. Yeah, he was kind of more responsible than me. That's it. That's my story. But thank you guys for coming out, and we appreciate you guys. And when you remember Reggie, always remember to smile, because what was he always doing? Smiling, laughing, telling some jokes. Even when it wasn't funny, you're going to still laugh just because it was like, bro, it's not funny. He like, what? You didn't get it? And he'll tell you again. I'm like, it wasn't funny. But it's funny because you said it. And if you know, it's like Reggie has, well, in our family, we got some dark humor, some dark stuff. So if you didn't even think it was funny just because he going to keep telling you until he thought you thought it was funny. That's it. Thank you, guys.
No, you good? Oh, man. Reggie. It's crazy because Man, so I met Reggie in high school. It was my first time doing like drama. For some reason, I wanted to do uh, acting. I was like into movies and stuff. And I don't know, for some reason, he was just friendly. He just started talking to me. I mean, it was mainly like 80%, 90% white kids there. So I don't know. I just felt like we kind of just resembled. We lived in the same like neighborhood area. We had a lot in common. You know, we would take the train. We'll sing music. We'll like under the freeway. We'll sing some Michael Jackson, where it echoes. You know, we just felt like some misfits, and then we just kind of they were always confused, like why we're like, how did we become friends? But you know, we were just, that was my guy. I had gotten to, like, I lost my car. He would give me a ride to work. He'll pick me up. I mean, there's never a dull moment with him. He was just a pure person, just, you know, just always honest, respectful. I don't think I'll ever meet someone like him. But, you know, he's at peace where he's at now. He's with Tiana. I know he missed her so much. You know, a lot of things that he didn't say that I wish he said to us, or at least to me. He'd call me every day. But I know he's with us now and forever. And, you know, he just wants us to be happy and laugh, even in a moment like this. And I want to say more stories, but some aren't. Can't really say some. I'm trying to think of some other ones, man. Yeah, Reggie was wild. But, you know, wherever you are, Reggie, we love you. And your memories will live on forever. Till we meet again.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kiliana, and I just wanted to encourage everyone. I know Reggie through Wrong Person, and I always heard his stories about him. I just wanted to say, continue on with his legacy. Don't ever forget where he came from. Don't ever forget what he liked. Sorry. I am a God-fearing woman, and I know that he is loved, and I want you guys to continue on. Keep your head up. Keep being strong. Don't lose sight of the things that he liked to do or did when he was here. Just hold on, and to his family and friends, you know, keep going strong. My love and prayers go out to everyone. So I just wanted to encourage you guys to hold on and to keep going.
Hey everyone, I'm Jamie, and I don't have a specific story to tell, but I just remember this little guy running around in diapers, coming over to my house for the kids' birthday parties, and I'd get in the jumper with him and see if I could make him hit the ceiling. But the thing I'll always remember about Lil Reg is his smile that could light up a room. Every time I saw him the last time was at this place called Verse, and he and I just had a long opportunity to talk. And I just asked him what's going on with him, and he would tell me. But the one thing I always noticed is it was always through a smile. And I just want to encourage y'all, like I said to Big Reg, there's a verse in the Bible that says to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. And even though we miss people physically when they're not here, the one thing we can take comfort in is knowing where they are and that we will see them again one day. So I just want to encourage y'all, it's okay to grieve and get it out. But grieve and know where little Reggie is. We know where he is. And that we will see him again because he is in the arms of our Father, where we all hope to get to one day. And I just want to encourage all of y'all. I want to encourage y'all that if you don't know the Lord, make sure you know him. Make sure you get a chance to know him. If you got to do it for yourself or if you got to do it in little Reggie's honor, do whatever you need to do so that we can all take comfort in that same scripture, that to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. So God bless y'all. I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
So this is my nephew. He lives with me. And this is like Reggie's brother. Reggie's sometimes like dad. Reggie's cousin. Yeah, they the best of friends. So,
All right. I'm gonna try to get through this as best I can, but to kind of speak on our relationship, we kind of tussled and argued a lot. To put it short, he liked to torture me. His idea was if he could put me with what he went through, he could make me go through the trials, the mistakes, and the torture that he went through so it could make me better, shape me into a good man. That's what he was. So I'm gonna just tell you a quick story. So during the YouTube days, he bugged me for months and months to film this segment, and it was called Omar Shoots His Shot. And I was 12, 13 years old, and I was still trying to figure out how to talk to girls, and let alone he wanted me to do it on camera. So he talks me into it. We go to the Grove, and it was somebody else there. I can't remember who. I think it was Jordy. I'm not gonna tell all of it. I hope the footage is gone. I never want to see it again. So basically, we go to the Grove, and he puts the camera on. He's like, here, go up to these group of girls right here. It's a group of Asian ladies. And I say something that came out weird. And they took a long stare at me and walked away. They ran away. And I'm like, that's the end of it. I don't want to do this no more. He was laughing the whole way home. And every once in a while, he'll pull me in the room. He's like, here, I got the audio of it. Listen to this. He would never let me live it down. It's always going to be with me. That was one of the most fondest memories. Not mine. It wasn't my favorite, but it's something he always talked about. a dude filled with character and landed him so much opportunity, working with people. Um, I'm grateful I got to experience some of it with him. It really meant a lot with me. I lived a lot of that through him. He was a big talker. I know a lot about a lot of people here. He talked about a lot of people's personal stuff. I'm gonna keep it I'm gonna keep it private, but personal information, it was not safe for Reggie. It was not safe with him. I'll just leave that there. But yeah, I'm gonna miss his presence. Such a great dude. Thank you, thank you.
Hello, I'm Essence and this is Pam, and we used to work with Reggie. Oh, okay. All right. So, a couple of stories about Reggie that I could think of, just to capture it all, was he was kind, he was friendly. He would brighten up your day and make time go by. So, I hated working on the weekends, obviously, because who would? And then here comes Reggie with a bright ray of sunshine. He's like, hey, like, hey. And I'm like, and I see Reggie and I'm like, okay, we can get through the day. And then he talks trash and talks shit about everybody. And then he makes me laugh. And then, oh my goodness, okay, so we're at the gym and he's like, there's different types of thickness essence. And I'm like, what? He's like, work with me here, okay? You gotta show everybody love, even those that's inverted and don't have anything. And I'm like, what the fuck, Reggie? And then, so he's trying to show me the differences of thick adamuses, and he makes up all of these crazy names. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you don't make any sense. And he's like, look, I'll do a picture. And I'm like, all right. So he draws it, he makes different shapes, and by the time he's done explaining, it's like, this man is crazy. But you understood everything that he said, and it's like, that's Reggie. Like, okay. And then we would literally like just be so bored until he'll come around and like throw a joke out or say something that'll be like witty or comical. And he really loves sharing his comedy. So he'll be like, you don't know comedy, like, you know a little bit. You gotta know more. So I'm like, okay. And he'll show me his catalog and YouTube. And then on every Sunday, since I hated coming to work, he'll be like, now we gotta make it better. We gotta have Sunday dinner, and then we're gonna have TV, and then don't worry about it, the cameras can't see it, because I've been doing it and I'm fucking pro, and it's gonna be right here, and the cameras can't even see it. Like, we're good, don't worry about it. I'm like, okay. And then now we got a movie, and then we order food from Doolin's, and I love the mac and the pork chops and shit, and he'll have his food, and then we'll sit there and we'll just, now it's time to clock out. And now it's time to go somewhere else. And he's always just welcoming and inviting, and he was solid. Go Pam Pam.
Just like she said, Reggie was full of joy every time. There was not a day that went by where I'd walk in and I'd see a smile on his face, which was surprising for someone who woke up like at 4 or 5 in the morning, walking in with hell of a smile. I remember a couple times I'd work with him in the morning on a Saturday. I'd be so annoyed, irritated, having to wake up at 6 in the morning, and Reggie just doing whatever he can just to see a smile on my face, or just anyone's faces, really. There was never a day that went by where Reggie was not there for me. Any chance he got, He will do everything he can to put a smile on my face on the worst days I've had. And I know for sure he did the same for all of y'all. One thing I know I'll miss for sure is the random phone calls I'd get from him and from Jordy. Just randomly, or him coming into the gym and just walking around the gym with me even when he's not on the clock. Reggie will love you, we love you, and you'll always be in our heart no matter where you are. And may you rest in peace.
Good evening, aka Chino. Work at Planet Fitness, a trainer. This is my son, Giorgio. Just a little bit about myself. Cool, calm, and collective. Reggie, a different person. You know what I mean? Damn, a thousand words, I really couldn't even explain who type of person he is. He's different. Knew a lot. Very smart. One thing I did notice about Reggie is that he knew the word. I was born and raised in church. Believe it or not, I was shot 17 times, 2017. In a wheelchair 3 years. Didn't know if I was gonna walk or not. I remember I met Reggie when I was in my wheelchair. He was like, you know what, bro, you need to turn your life around. I'm like, what do you mean, bro? Like, I'm out here thugging it. I'm trying to get it. You feel me? He like, bro, like, I got a better place for you. He like, get out the streets. You feel me? Like, I got a way better place for you. You can get your money. I'm like, where at? He like, come to Planet Fitness. I'm like, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, bet that. So I go to Planet Fitness as a regular employee. You know, I'm washing and I'm doing this. I'm like, man, this shit ain't cutting the, you know, this ain't making what I'm making out here. You feel me, bro? Like, bro, just wait. I'm gonna make a plug for you and I'm gonna put you on. So I'm there for 6 months. You know, I'm chilling and doing what I'm supposed to do at Planet Fitness. And I'm like, man, I'm cool, bro. Like, I got an interview for you. I'm like, with who? He like, with one of the, you know, HR people. He like, Pam. I'm like, Pam? He like, yeah, the boss, Patty. I'm like, all right, bet. So I get an interview for Planet Fitness to be a trainer. Something that I like, you feel me, something that I do like doing. He plugged me in. I went to the interview. The first interview was like 5 or 6 people. I blew through it, passed the interview, bam. Second interview I went through. Passed flying colors. I come back to the gym. Hey, Reggie, I think they hired me. He like, yeah, they hired you, bro. I'm like, cool. So the next day I get a phone call. The manager like, hey, bro, we want you to be a personal trainer at Planet Fitness in Hawthorne. So I'm like, all right, bet, cool, bet. He was like, I told you, bro, I got you. I'm like, good looking. So I slid Reggie, you know, a couple dollars. He's like, nah, bro, like, keep that, put that in your pocket. So then that's when he had met my son for the first time. He like, that's your son? I'm like, yeah, that's my son. He like, man, he's a split image of me. So I'm like, yeah. So, hey, I swear to God, hey, right hand to God, I promise you, every time I went to the gym, Reggie, come talk to me, JoJo. And I'm like, come on, bro, like, come holler at me. Like, him and JoJo would talk, they'd have their little conversation. He'd be like, hey, bro, you remind me of me. You look like me, you handsome, you light-skinned. You got the, you know, you got the good hair. I'm like, you know, he like, whatever you got, you know, woo-de-woo-woo. I'm like, Reggie, you don't need to know all that right now. Reggie's like, but he a split image of me. So him and JoJo was, you know, really tight, really shit like that, really really good together. But a scripture that Reggie always told me to keep, I actually got it tatted on me. Corinthians chapter 14 say, when I was a child, I did childish things, but when I became a man, I put childish things away. So in so many words is that it doesn't matter what you do in life, you know what I mean? You got to give back to life, and you got to understand, like, you feel me, like, we here for a reason. And everything happened for a reason, and we all here for a reason to be together as one. You know what I mean? We probably don't know each other, though, but we will get to know each other, though. And like I said, man, this is my boy. I love him. And you know what I'm saying? It's one life to live out here. Nothing more and nothing less. Amen. Bless.
How's everybody doing today? Well, I've known Reggie, our whole adult life. Met him when we were 18. And over the years, that friendship we had, it grew into a deeper bond. He became more like a brother to me. One of the stories I would say that I remember the most of, and Omar, you may not like this one, but it would be the princess party that we threw for Omar. Reggie wanted to go ahead and surprise Omar with a birthday party, but he didn't tell him it was princess themed. So we had princess themed everything from the cake to the banners. We even had Jordy dress up in a princess dress. That alone, it goes a long way. It shows just how fun it is to be around Reggie. He's always trying to make you laugh, even when you don't want to. Sometimes the laugh is, at other people's expense. Omar, for example. But yeah, I'm gonna just keep this one short. We lost a loved one, but he's gonna forever be with us. And at the end of the day, whether we met everyone, or not, Reggie was a part of all of us. And that's something that'll never change and never be forgotten.